So the new Red Sonja movie is finally here. Now what is there to say about this one? Is this gonna be the next epic fantasy universe? Is it gonna be the next awesome hero's journey of sword and sandal fighting with massive battles, fighting awesome monsters, and a compelling story with great characters, great villains, and a universe that you simply cannot wait to extend? Well, it's definitely a movie. So when the trailers of this movie dropped a little while back, I actually thought the trailer was somewhat alright. Like, I was not sitting there being impressed or anything like that, but I thought the trailer was alright. I know a lot of people hated that trailer, but just for me personally, I didn't really necessarily mind it all that much. Now, there are a lot of Red Sonja fans out there. I have never watched the original or like OG Sonja movie from 1985, read the comics or anything like that, so I might not be necessarily the right person to really speak about anything like this. I'm just coming from a perspective of a viewer that watched the movie and talks about how he felt about the movie. And as an overall, man, the movie has a lot of issues. I think one of the main issues is that, as far as I can tell, I don't think this movie had a really high budget, and it definitely makes it lax in a lot of departments. There's a lot of moments where you feel like the movie might need a little bit more scale, but obviously they aren't able to do that with the contained budget that they have. You have seen those giant monster battles throughout the trailer and everything like that, and they definitely don't look insanely great, to say the least. You obviously want to go for a movie like this right here with a massive giant fighting at the end with like swords and like all sorts of craziness, and you obviously get that because that is what this type of movie is. It's a sword and sandals movie. But definitely, as well as everything else in the movie, it very much so lacks in scale. Is this one of those movies where I feel like a lot of people is gonna be like, that's a guilty pleasure movie? Like, I know the movie isn't that great, but I kind of have a guilty pleasure watching. I feel like that describes this movie perfect, because I do not feel like I hated it. I definitely didn't enjoy it at all, but there was something there where I was like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I truly do think those words of guilty pleasure is the perfect thing to describe this movie. This movie is obviously gonna flop big time in the theaters. I don't think this movie is going to be a massive success. I don't think we're going to get a second movie or anything like that, because I don't really think anyone really asked for a Red Sonja movie. The thing is, I really love sword and sandal movies, and I would love to have more of those. We get those so rarely. So when we finally get one, all I want is a movie like this to be great. And when it isn't, it's just very unfortunate. I didn't really feel any connection to any of the characters. I don't even feel like I felt any connection to Red Sonja watching the movie, which is something that's so important for a movie, that I can latch onto the character and really care if the character gets hurt or what might else happen to the character. And I just don't feel like that happened whatsoever. I don't really have many words or many things to go into about this movie, because I don't know, man. Like, the movie just did not grab me whatsoever. So as an overall, I was just thoroughly disappointed with this movie. I wanted this movie to be awesome and fun. I did not expect this to be some sort of masterpiece, but I just wanted it to be at least very fun. And I just don't feel like it completed that whatsoever. So unfortunately, Red Sonja is just not a good movie. And that really sucks. But who knows, man? Maybe in like 10-20 years, we'll get another one, try again, and maybe that one is going to be better. I really feel like it just comes down to the writing. Like, even though you have a smaller budget for your movie, you can still make a fantastic movie. We've seen this so many times, but it comes down to very compact and great writing. But unfortunately, that's just not the case for this one. So yeah, Red Sonja. Have you seen it? What would you rate it? I'd give it like a 3 out of 10.